2770 heading south of 1560. We are do our best. 35 your day, south 15. Giant 74 Tango Whiskey, 1.6 for 3000, 140.
Alright, so we got the ground services on the way to go ahead and get the pushback tug hooked up. Got our chocks removed. We'll go ahead and turn on the anti-collision lights, both top and bottom. Alright, so clear for start. Anti-collision lights switches are on. Throttle levers are idle. High pressure fuel valves are shut. Booster pump switches are on as needed. Starter master switch will come on.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
And ground clearance has been received. So that's our before start checklist completed. Wait for the pushback tug to hook up. And we will get on our way out of here. This time we can go ahead and turn on our transponder. So that's on now and transponding. Wonderful. We're gonna go nose left.
Release parking brakes, please.
Alright, they're ready for the push. I'm ready for the push. The cabin is secured. Let's go ahead and release the parking brakes.
Commencing push.
And we will go ahead and turn the
All
AC
engines
main
clear.
switches
Start at will.
off. Get those wind down. And we will start 1, then 2. So, starting number 1. Got the starter valve open. And we're looking for about 15 to 17%. We'll put it to the start position, and when it reaches 40%, we'll go all the way. So right about there, we'll go to start. You'll see the igniter start lighting off. You can hear it light off, and our TGT should be rising, which it is. Push is going well. Wait for 40% here, and then we'll put it all the way up. Right about there's 40%, all the way on. There's the generator that switches on. Let this stabilize a little bit. There's our pressure, oil pressure coming up into the green. That engine stabilized. Let's go ahead and start number 2. Starter valve open. Looks like I forgot to get our engine gauge lights on. Put that on now.
Please set parking brakes.
Waiting for 15 to 17%, right about there. Put it to the start position. And we'll go ahead and set our parking brake.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Our igniters are going. We'll let them know we've got one good start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
We're using flaps 8 for departure, by the way, today. Alright, there's 40%, all the way on. Alright, that's 2 good engines. So, engine start master can go to off. APU air off. APU main switch off. Get our AC master switches on. Our AC main switches on. Our probe and vane heaters on.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Now that the tow truck's
Left is
removed,
clear. Right
we can
is
go
clear.
ahead and extend all our lights. Extend the taxi light. Wait for our hand signal. Flaps can go to 8. Alright, our hand signal is received. We'll go ahead and let them know that we got it by putting the taxi light on. And we can go ahead and kill the dome light. Wonderful. So we'll do the after start checklist. After start, central warning caution system, all lights are out. High pressure fuel valve levers are open. Fuel pressure lights are out. We'll go ahead and reset this. And back on. There we go. Cool. So, where were we? Fuel pressure lights are out. Igniter lights are out. Starter valve lights are out. Starter master switch is off. Generator lights are out. Generator switch is on. AP air switch is off. AC main switches are on. AC and DC have been checked. Engine anti-icing can go to auto now. Windshield heating system is on low. Pitot advanced heating system switches are on. Hydraulic supply. Green. We got plenty of fluid quantity. Green, 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 green. So we're good. Electric pump switches are off and guards are closed. Flight control lights are all out. And then our taxi lights are extended and on. That's the after start checklist complete. We'll run straight into the taxi checklist. Our flight instruments are checked and set. Trim and stabilizer. Let's go ahead and put a little bit more back trim into it. Right about there. Wonderful. Our collector tank indicators are indeed black. Flaps are at 8 degrees, and that is checked. Crew briefing is completed. Cabin report is received. Door warning tested and off. That's our taxi checklist complete. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, I'd like to welcome you on board our flight today, Flight 120, with service to Madang. Flight time today is going to be about going to be about 55 minutes to an hour. Weather along the way looks pretty decent. We might have some winds going into Madang, so it might get a little bit turbulent, but other than that, it should be a wonderful and smooth flight. Thank you for flying. Alright, that done. Go ahead and head back to the cabin here, get the lights set up. We'll go ahead and put those lights off, this light to dim. We'll just keep the lights on. Alright, that's us set. Let's go ahead and release the parking brakes, and we will start the taxi. Throttle up a little bit. Go and put our weather radar system to weather. Gonna do a brake test. Wonderful. We're taxiing to runway 32 right. So it's gonna be right up here on Alpha. And we'll take Alpha all the way down to Mike. Left on Mike. Then we'll take that to 32 right, where we'll backtrack down 32 right, spin around, and depart. And the sun is starting to come up over the hills there, which is good. It's such an interesting place. I love all the diversity in trees you get here in 24. It's much nicer. Alright. At this point, I'm also going to arm our lift dumpers for takeoff. So those should go up should we need them, and they are ready. So that's good. Give it a little bit more thrust. And we can go and reset our master warning. We are on GPS mode. We can set our flight director to VOR log, which will enunciate GPS there on the flight mode enunciator. We move our switches back, our throttles back to idle. Let coast out here. Upon departure, we have an RNAV departure, so we'll just select a beam on the autopilot. Beam, and once we get to the speed we want, IAS, we'll go ahead and turn on the alerter, and then we'll turn that to on once we get going. And if we use IAS mode, that should capture from that. Should being the optimal word here. Alright, we're pulling up to the hold short here on 3-2 left. So we're going to come to a stop. Pull the parking brake. Wonderful. Everything looks good here. So, we'll go ahead and get all our lights on. 1, 2, and 3. That's already on. We'll go ahead and turn on the wing lights as well as the strobe. Now we should have much brighter visibility and some flashy happening out there, which we definitely do. Alright, that is us situated. I wonder if it'll let me gauge the yaw damper on the ground. Not sure that you're supposed to do that, but we will anyway. Wonderful. Dampening. Just looking at this. Okay, I see. So there's our damping on. Wonderful. So we're ready to go. Parking brake released. And we're going to go across here to 3-2 right and then backtrack. Clear right, clear left. Turn this to dim. And you get the switch for it. There we go. As well as this switch here. Put to dim. There should be that, which it is. that off for now. We'll meet that here in a second. Actually, we'll turn it on and read our before takeoff checklist now. So brake temps are checked. APU is off, we don't need it. Lift dumpers are armed and ready. Flight controls are free and correct, and the gust lock is disengaged. The hydraulic pressures are checked, yaw damping switch is in, transponder is on, landing lights are on, taxi light is on, strobe lights are on, and cabin has been notified. So we're good to go. We can stow this and turn off our map light here, our chart light I should say. Give it a little bit more juice and then we'll turn around and we'll throw the throttles in the detents and blast off out of here. Flipping around here for the lineup. This airplane handles really well on the ground. I think it's due to its size. Alright, we'll put a little nose down in.
Power set.
Thrust is set. Airspeed's alive.
80 knots.
Checked.
Rotate.
Beautiful.
Climb.
Gear up. Oh, this thing handles super well in 24. Go ahead and nose down a little bit. Go ahead and flaps 6. Reduce the throttle a little bit. Flaps all the way up.
Set climb power.
Climb power set. Lower the nose. We'll go ahead and engage beam. Oh, we need to have the autopilot on first. Autopilot on. Engage beam. Wait for our speed to come up. Starting to track now. Engage pre-select and vertical speed. We'll dial up to 500 feet per minute for now. Wonderful. So our flaps are retracted. Everything looks good. We'll go ahead and our lift dumpers are disengaged. Wait for our speed to come up a little bit. Is that moonlight off the water? Something off the water. Waiting for our speed to come up to 250. Then we will engage IAS mode. We are tracking our flight plan, it looks. Wonderful. There's our left turn. Check our engine temps. Pull those back a little bit. And we'll go ahead and engage IAS, which will disengage vertical speed, and we'll climb to hold this. Just monitoring our engine temps and all that. We don't want to overdo it and cook the engines off. As we get higher, it'll become less of a problem. In fact, for a short period of time here, I'm going to bump up our throttles, thrust, just to give us a little bit more of the get out of the way power. Now we're moving. Just got to keep an eye on the engine temps. Oh, that is the moon. Oh, dude. Heck yeah. Looks so good. What's our wing view look like? Heck yeah, man. That looks so good. Alright. Engine temps are still in the yellow, but it's alright. Once we get to 10,000, we'll go back to vertical speed, gain some more speed. Hopefully at that point we'll be able to pull the engines back a little. Alright, we'll be passing our transition altitude here soon. Transition altitude is... oh, never mind. Transition altitude is 20,000 feet here. That's interesting. On the way back down, it is 210. Huh, super high here. Who knew? Still climbing away. Wonderful. Let's turn on overhead light here and do our after takeoff checklist. After takeoff, landing gear is up, flaps are up, lift jumpers are in. RPM, TGT, and TTC are checked. We're keeping an eye on the TGT. It's a little high, but it is what it is. Gen 3 switch can go off. So I guess you're supposed to keep the APU on for takeoff. Whoopsies. APU is off. Then you throw out light switches. We'll retract those 10,000. And engine anti-stasis are in auto. Pressurization is checked. It's doing what it needs to. The seatbelt switch is on. The smoking is on. Altimeters are set. So that is our after takeoff checklist complete. We're about to pass 10,000, so we'll go ahead and engage vertical speed mode. And we'll go ahead and get our lights off. Wonderful. That moon is so pretty. It's starting to get lighter off to our right here as the sun comes up. Sky colors are much improved here in 2024. Looking to climb out around 280 knots. Engine temps are still doing alright. I guess it's just going to run perpetually hot. It is what it is, since we're so heavy. Once we get up at higher altitude, it'll be better. Alright, we'll do IAS hold there, and that'll continue our climb upwards. Alright, we're just past the 20,000 feet, so we'll go ahead and set standard here of 1013. That's linked there. Wonderful. And we are climbing out IAS mode, which is good. So we got a decent climb rate. What a beautiful airplane. Definitely a little loud, but it comes to the territory of having an older, less insulated, and louder engine airplane. So it is what it is in that department. But we'll just keep chugging away here. Alright, and folks, we're going to readjust here for 24,000, as that is the best we're going to get up to today. I do believe. Just due to how heavy we are, so. We're going to shoot for 24,000. Because we're barely climbing here, so. Also reset that here on our pressurization panel. We got 24,000. And there's our selector taking over. And we should be holding altitude, which we are. Wonderful. Now we can bring our engines back a little bit. That way they don't overheat. We're trying to hold about Mach 0.7 or so. Right about there, we'll try to hold. And now we'll just knock off the fasten seatbelt sign. We'll get up and move around. As you can see here, top percent is 92 miles, so pretty short flight here. But it is what it is. So. And we'll go ahead and pull our thrust even more here. Help us cruise it out.